All right, folks, check this out. I went to Little Havana in Miami recently, and I did a little bit of recording out there. I seen a cop who was smoking on the job, and I know that it's against their policy to do that. So I walked up to him and I asked him if it was against his policy. He agreed and said yes, and he put out the cigarette. He drops the cigarette on the ground. He does get into conversation with some of the guys that I was there with, Wrights Crispy, my son San Joaquin Jr., my other son Nate Skates. But before we leave, I asked him if littering was against the law, and then I kindly asked him if he would pick up his cigarette that he threw on the ground. He mentioned that he was waiting for us to turn off the camera so he could pick up the cigarette. I told him that really didn't make any sense to me, that if he could just do the right thing so that I wouldn't have to go to his department and put a complaint on him, not just for violating policy, but for breaking the law as well. And now look, I understand how petty it looks, but cops can be petty with the people all the time. Now, I'm not trying to become the tyrant that they have become along the way, but what I do on my channel very well is point out police hypocrisy. Sometimes it's done by demonstration like I did in the video. Sometimes I could just point things out like saying officer safety is a form of cowardice. Now, public safety, that's heroism. That's what I wouldn't mind paying for. But you see, we have case law like Castle Rock v. Gonzalez that lets us know that cops don't have to protect us. So what are we actually paying for? Uvalde, Texas was the perfect example of what I'm talking about. Also, qualified immunity, another policy that allows cops to behave a certain way. What about police unions? A cop gets fired from one department for being a bad cop, but he's allowed to go work at a different department? And how about internal investigations? How many times have we heard this? We investigated ourselves and we found no wrongdoing. Police hypocrisy 101, folks. Now pay attention. I dropped the short and right now it has 1.5 million views. But I'm getting so many comments where the people are on the cop side on this, even though he violated his own policy and even though he was willing to break the law. Now here's why I'm making this video. I have been going back and forth with a lot of the people over there, and I think it's funny, folks. One of my responses is, your costumed hero took his loss well. What's your problem? Folks, I'm going to drop the link to the short in the description and in the pinned comment. If you guys want to go over there and help me out and show them what a community is all about, this is the perfect time to change some minds. I'll see you guys over there.